Imagine discovering that everything you believed was real was actually an elaborate psychological game. Today, we're diving into the darkest corners of narcissistic detachment. When their perfectly crafted illusion shatters and their control finally breaks. What happens next will shock you. Have you ever felt that gut-wrenching moment when you realize you're done playing someone else's game? That instant when every manipulation tactic suddenly becomes transparent, and you can't unsee the truth? Today, we're exploring the intricate psychological warfare that unfolds when you finally break free from narcissistic control. Let's start with a fundamental truth. Breaking away from a narcissist isn't just about physical distance, it's about psychological liberation. The journey begins when you start reconnecting with your authentic self, which has been buried under layers of manipulation and control. When a narcissist senses their grip loosening, they launch into a predictable yet devastating series of tactics. Think of it as a chess game where they're suddenly realizing they're about to lose their queen. The first move? The infamous Hoovering technique. Hoovering is particularly insidious because it plays on your deepest emotional wounds and longings. They'll suddenly remember every detail about you they previously ignored. They might reference shared memories, promise to change, or even acknowledge past mistakes, something narcissists rarely do. But here's what makes this phase so dangerous. It's not just about the grand gestures. They're masters at subtle manipulation, sending seemingly innocent messages that are actually calculated moves designed to provoke an emotional response. Those long, rambling texts, they're not random, they're bait. The narcissist's toolkit includes what I call the emotional pendulum. They'll swing between extreme behaviors, from love bombing to rage, from victim playing to aggression. Each swing is designed to keep you off balance and questioning your reality. One particularly effective defense mechanism against this is the gray rock method. Imagine becoming as interesting as a gray rock, boring, unreactive, and completely detached from their drama. This technique is powerful because it starves them of what they crave most, emotional reactions. However, implementing the gray rock method isn't as simple as just ignoring them. It requires deep self-awareness and emotional regulation. You need to identify your emotional triggers and prepare yourself for each one. Think of it as emotional fireproofing. You're building resistance to their inflammatory tactics. When you start maintaining emotional distance, expect escalation. The narcissist might increase the intensity of their provocations, similar to a child having a tantrum. This is actually a positive sign. It means your strategy is working. They're losing control, and their masks are slipping. One of the most challenging aspects of maintaining distance is dealing with the overwhelming guilt. Many survivors report feeling guilty, even for researching narcissistic abuse. This guilt isn't random. It's a programmed response installed through years of conditioning. Understanding projection is crucial during this phase. Narcissists, especially covert ones, harbor deep insecurities and doubts about themselves. To compensate, they convince themselves of their superiority while projecting their flaws onto others. Recognizing this pattern helps you maintain emotional distance. The narcissist's reaction to detachment often includes a smear campaign. They'll spread carefully crafted lies about you, attempting to damage your reputation and isolate you from your support system. Remember, this behavior isn't about you. It's about their desperate need to maintain control and their image. As you progress in your detachment journey, you'll notice something remarkable. Your authentic self begins to emerge. This isn't just about healing, it's about rediscovering who you were before the narcissistic abuse began. Each step away from their influence is a step toward your true self. The narcissist might try to punish you for changing the dynamic. They might escalate their provocations or attempt to reassert dominance. This is where your emotional regulation skills become crucial. Each provocation is a test of your newfound boundaries. During this process, you might experience what I call reality shifts. As the narcissist's influence wanes, you'll start seeing past events with new clarity. Memories that seemed confusing suddenly make sense. This cognitive reorganization is both challenging and liberating. Let's talk about the extinction burst, the narcissist's last-ditch effort to regain control. This might involve elaborate displays of remorse, public declarations of change, or even threats of self-harm. Understanding this phase helps you maintain your resolve during their most intense attempts at manipulation. The path to freedom requires consistent boundary maintenance. Think of it as building an emotional immune system. Each time you resist manipulation, your psychological defenses grow stronger. Every maintained boundary is a brick in your wall of self-protection. Moving beyond basic detachment, let's explore advanced healing strategies. Focus on reconnecting with your authentic self through mindful practices. Ask yourself, what would my real self do in various situations? This simple question can guide you back to your authentic path. Remember, healing isn't linear. You might experience what I call echo emotions, residual feelings and reactions that persist even after establishing distance. These are normal and part of the healing process. Each echo becomes fainter as you strengthen your authentic self. Your journey to freedom isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. Understanding the narcissist's playbook empowers you to write your own story. Don't let guilt or fear hold you back. You deserve to live authentically, free from manipulation and control. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone who might need to hear this. Drop a comment below sharing your experience. Your story might help someone else find their strength. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Join our community of survivors and thrivers. Next week, we'll explore advanced techniques for maintaining boundaries while rebuilding your life. Don't forget to click the notification bell to stay updated on new content that could help you on your healing journey.